Good morning, everyone. So Bob Clarke. I'm actually a broadcaster. I'm an executive producer and director. And the main show I do right now is for Sky One. It's called What's Up TV. And actually, I think we're going to show it to you.
Yeah, do you want to show the trailer?
Yeah, we'll show the show we produce at the moment. This is a teaser for season 15. We've just finished production of season 16. Give you an idea. Okay.
We're back! Yes! I'm Jacqueline.
And I'm Ramel, and yes, it's a new year and a new series. Oh, it's good.
Baby girl, just calm it down. I need to know where we can go right now. I couldn't really give up right now. So baby girl, just show me now. I'm different, oh yeah. Dripping the sauce, the dripping so saucy. I don't know why they wanna walk.
Tom! How are you?
What's that stuff floating on top of your tea?
Just a bit of casual lime scale / mould.
Well, I live about 20 minutes from Buxton, where they invented water.
I went to school to show everybody that they can do it. I went to Harvard just because people told me I couldn't.
The V12 over my roaster. All up in my holster. Yeah, come again.
People think because I have this voice that I can't kick butt.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, I've never been mugged.
Shades of the on, just the greasy ones.
Hey, soul sister, ain't that Mr. on the radio?
Amazing.
Our campaign this season is Type 1 Eating Disorders, also known as T1ED.
Diabetes itself is so dangerous. I know that now because I have gastroparesis, so the nerves in my stomach are paralysed. I now need a kidney transplant and I can't survive without dialysis.
There are more than 300,000 homeless people in Britain today, and according to homeless charity Shelter, more than 10% of these are actually in work.
And I just began to panic, like, oh my God, after work, I'm gonna be on the streets, like I have nowhere to go with all my things.
Why do you go online to troll?
Usually I'll do that for entertainment, to get underneath the skin of someone or make fun of what they have said.
Very happy, very secure people, don't troll online.
I wanted to get stuck in, interactive,
Yes.
like I love sports competition.
I know it,
I'm
I know
good
it.
at fighting.
So much so.
Like, I feel
I
like
got you
I'm
a surprise.
Whoa. Oh.
So Andrew, thank you so much for joining us today. I value your opinion because you look amazing. So I've tried really hard to be a bit bright, a bit colourful. What do you think?
You look stunning.
Thank you.
You are officially ready for 2020 Tokyo Olympics.
Press down, panic, watch it. Press
Oh,
Press
because I
down.
was going to say it's a little...
Press down. Mr. Press down, panic.
You need your British passport right now because I'll marry someone just for dual citizenship, seriously.
How does it feel now to kind of look back at that boy and now look at where you are today?
I mean, I cringe sometimes when I look back at myself. I've grown up a lot.
The people that you expect to be like, oh, this one's really physical and they're being spun around and that person's tough and they're the first one screaming.
What's it like to be able to 079 some of these people who I guess you may have respected and looked up to yourself?
Not to sound cheesy, but you get starstruck to an extent, innit? Obviously meeting people. But I guess to this day, it's like you meet like these people you wouldn't even imagine to talk to, you know them ones.
I'm a bit shocked by them statistics, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think it would be that bad.
What motto, Alan, do you live by these days?
Okay, it's an old one.
All right,
and
go
I think it's someone Roman said it. When shall we live, if not now?
Eat that burger. Eat that pizza.
Well, now you've twisted a lovely quote into something.
Yeah.
Why do I bother?
Jacqueline!
See you on the other side.
Jacqueline, come help me! Please!
Right, so that's the show. We made 7 episodes in 10 weeks of production. 10 weeks of production, 7 episodes. Sky made no concessions. We have to deliver to all the tech spec and production value. It's location shot mainly, and 7 weeks is on average about 56 shoots across the UK in 7 weeks. So it's we call it trauma. 10 weeks of trauma, and we're in season 16. So it's been pick of the day, pick of the week in various publications. But would you know that the show is produced and made, shot by young people doing it for the first time? You wouldn't know, would you? Our viewers don't know, the TV critics don't know, all the guests that come on the show don't know. So how do we do that? Mama Youth Project, when I started it, I'd already been in broadcasting for 20 years, and I wanted to do something to help other people. It would have been like me, I guess, when I was younger. Should I say it here? I mean, I dropped out of education when I was about 15. Coming from a generation where, you know, teachers told us we're not going to make anything of our life. So I didn't do education. And I fell into TV, and TV gave me a great career. I kind of thrived in it, and became an editor, and won awards for my editing and everything else. Well, I know that there's a lot of people from my background who can also benefit from a TV career. So that's what I wanted to do. And I done it based on practical skills, because not being educated. In fact, the guys I used to work with on these big big reel-to-reel machines, I used to call the intelligent people, because they were all educated, they studied what they were doing. But after 18 months, the boss made me shift leader of the intelligent people. And when you come from certain backgrounds, I guess you learn to be resilient, and you learn to get on with things. And also at the same time, for now, where I could start my youth project and do it the way I'm doing it, by giving the guys real experience, real working experience, and practical experience, that's what the industry seems to want. They want you to have experience. And we've gone through a crazy stage of young people trying to get in and being told for a new entry job, have you got any experience? And this catch-22 situation has developed. And so training people, giving them practical experience by working on a show has broken that. So our success rate, since I started in 2005, there's now 450 alumni working in the industry. Our success rate is 98%. Get a job straight after. We partner with Sky, the BBC, Endemol Shine, Hattrick, Fremantle, Warner Brothers, you name it. And the reason why do they partner with us, and why has it been successful, is because we're supplying talent. We're supplying talent from backgrounds that are underrepresented in television. And when we come into the TV world, a creative world, because I've always said, you know, I don't need a qualification to have an idea. Even as an editor, I've always, as an experienced editor, award-winning editor, I've always said when I've been in an edit suite, when we've got a problem on the screen and a little sequence we've got to put together, I've always said, you know what, I could go outside, grab anybody from the street, and just say, look, this is our problem, what do you think? And they could come up with an idea that none of us have thought about, and it could work. And also, I've noticed in my 37 years, the TV industry, because I'm TV rather than film, the TV industry has got really into its own glory, because now young people can do things at home. I never heard the word media. I don't even know if it existed when I joined TV. But now media studies, and so many people want to work in media. You can edit, you can film because of the new technology. Yet guys aren't getting into the industry. There's all that talent out there that can't get in. And so doing it by training young people to do the job for real and giving them that responsibility, as it seemed to work, and it is working. So, yeah, that's what I do. There's a bit more to it, because the underrepresentation for us is still poor in television. I can tell you a lot of black people are leaving in their jobs. So, and we know why. So part of Mama Youth Project as well is helping companies understand, and it's not just about black people. There's the whole thing with disability, still underrepresented, which we care about a lot. And also we care about those who are also working in the industry, because we've got 450, as I said, 450 alumni working in the industry, and we don't want them to leave because they get demoralized. So we work with companies to still nurture that talent and still, you know, look at why people aren't getting promoted when maybe they should be, because they're seeing others come and pass them. So we're looking at the whole picture, and for us, our main aim for Mama Youth, apart from giving young people this great opportunity, is to change, make real impact. It was mentioned that there's lots of schemes. In fact, Mama Youth Project is a scheme. But there's been so many schemes and initiatives and forums and all these things, which is great, but the actual impact is still quite low. And so that's what we look at, is the impact. So when I started the Mama Youth Project, I already ran my own post-production facility in Soho, the production company as well. And when I thought of doing it, I don't do anything unless there's a tangible outcome. There's got to be a tangible outcome, because I knew I'll be taking young people who may be demoralized for whatever reason, and the young people that we take will be homeless, ex-offenders, graduates, self-harmers, I mean, you name it. When I came into the charity world, I didn't realize a lot of charities don't help graduates. And that made me think, because back in my day, there's a lot of peers that I used to hang out with. We used to roam the streets and do things. In fact, I joined the army to stop going to jail. And there'd be brothers, siblings of theirs doing education. And they graduated despite their circumstances. So immediately when I started my youth project, I thought, you know what? I'm taking graduates as well. And so the midst of the team, you saw the show is very inclusive. That's because we're living the TV dream. That show is a representation of the team that produced it. So we're living that dream. And so there must be tangible outcomes, because taking people who, for when they join us, haven't really got a reason to wake up in the morning. Suddenly give them a purpose to wake up every morning. What happens afterwards? So it had to be about employment. So that's why, and that's the tangible outcome. I don't know what more you can give somebody and make them self-sustainable, earn your own money. And so they're doing very, very well in the industry. As educators, the most common thing we hear is, I've learned more here in 3 weeks than I learned in my whole time at university. That's one of the most common statements that we hear. When I have my own post-production facility, all the MDs, we all used to get, all the solo facility owners used to get together every now and then. As competitors, but we got together just to talk about, you know, what's going on. And somebody said around the table one day, oh, I don't take media students anymore. And somebody said, oh no, I don't either. And I said, oh my God, I've stopped doing that too. Because the expectations are too much. We ask, yeah, you're a runner, okay, you make a cup of tea, and they're looking at you like, did you not see my movie I made at university? I said, I don't care. You know, you're a runner. And so expectations is the biggest thing that we come across And that's all through the years that Mummy Youth has been going now, since 2005. It's the expectations, and I think if you can get the expectations correct, that they fully understand that the starting position isn't being a director of photography or some producer. We get CVs come from people saying producer. And so well, employers switch off straight away. You know, oh, director of photography, and you've just come out of university, put it over there. And expectations. The other thing is, the biggest thing I think that we give the young people that come to Mummy Youth is work ethics. Just the work ethics. This industry, the hours are long, the self-commitment. In fact, in the Mummy Youth training, I put a lot of my military experience into the training for these guys. There's a lot of similarities between military and TV, believe it or not, both 24/7 operations. It really is, you know, sometimes when I'm around the broadcast station, you know, in the middle of the night, it's like being in the barracks in the middle of the night. In the army, you know, in the section of 8, everyone needs to know what the leader knows, because if that one goes and this one takes it, that one goes, you're the last one standing. You need to know how to coordinate air support, how to wire explosives and whatnot. So there's a lot of similarities, because the other thing I found why I started Mummy Youth and doing it the way I'm doing it, as an editor, I'll be working, I'm just being honest with you here, I'll be working with people who've been in the industry for 3 years, as long as 3 years, who still do not understand the process of what goes into making a TV show. But there they are working away. And all those technicians and people are moaning about them, saying, God, how did they get this job? Well, we know how they got the job. You don't have to worry, they know somebody who knows somebody. And I felt if I could get guys to understand the industry and what it's about at the recruitment table, just maybe it will give them a bit of advantage. And, you know, touch wood, that's exactly what happened and continues today. Because as an employer, when you're talking to somebody with budgets and are smaller and the work is more, where I would normally employ, you know, my financial director's son or daughter, I suddenly got this Mummy Youth Project person there who understands, who can hit the ground running. Business tells me I put less resources into this person. And that's why these guys get employed, because they're an instant asset. They understand the process. They understand that at 5 p.m. when it's home time, they've not got their coat on and looking to go. They understand that. And they understand it's not glamorous. It's just not glamorous. It's hard work. And it's different. I'd much rather do that than, you know, say work in retail or something. You know, it's great, it's different, and that's the difference about it all. But it's hard work. And the expectations of having young people understand that would be really good. And you could really help them if you could really make them understand that. Volunteering, I heard mentioned earlier, networking. Networking is everything. Teaching them about networking. Going to an event, you know. Even if the event costs a little bit of money, we always say to our guys, that's an investment in yourself, because a lot of it's freelance based. It's an investment. So if you can get somebody saying, oh, do you know somebody? It's so much easier. So we're combating that. And because we're a production company as well, the production company is called Littlemore, that the charity own. We understand business, so we've been successful as well, because when with our partners, it's not just a charity and being nice, it's about business. And it's good for business to have your young people come into the industry, so that the industry that's given me a great life and career can continue on. And so, yeah, I'll leave it there.
That's brilliant.
So
Thanks
again.
so much, Bob. Great mix of home truths and inspirational stories. If anybody got one or two quick questions, we need to move on a little bit, but if somebody's got a specific question, Bob.
We work from 18 to 25-year-olds because we're about employment. So it's 18 to 25-year-olds, but we have 32-year-olds, 33-year-olds. Yeah.
But not 34-year-olds.
34, yeah. The oldest we've had is actually. Well, in fact, we've got a lady in the office who was looking after her mum for years. She had a dream of working in media, and she's been looking after her mum quite ill for years and years and years. She's in her 50s now, and she's actually in the office, and we're looking at, we're giving her some skills which might be able to enable her to go and join Sky Television in a capacity. That's it.
Thanks so much, Bob.
All right,
okay.
Thank you.